Sandman.
Greetings friends. In this video I would like to tell you about a very mysterious and mystical cryptid creature that lives in the woods of Wisconsin, the Beast of Bray Road. The Beast of Bray Road is a legendary creature that many people claim to have seen in Racine, Walworth, and Jefferson counties in Wisconsin. The first reported sightings of the creature happened on Bray Road near Elkhorn, Wisconsin. These sightings are what lent the beast its name. However, sightings do not only occur on Bray Road. Although the Beast of Bray Road has not been seen to transform from a human into a wolf in most of the sightings, it has been labeled a werewolf in newspaper articles. In fact, the beast has not been sighted there since the early 1990s. What the Beast of Bray Road, also known as man-wolf, is unclear. Some people believe it is a werewolf, others that it is a Bigfoot, and, of course, there are people who believe that it is some heretofore unknown species. There really is no way to know unless a specimen is found. There is also the possibility that the Beast of Bray Road is, in fact, some creature that we are well aware of that simply scared some people enough that they believed it to be something bigger and scarier than what it really is. Common theories as to what known animal the beast could be include wolves and bears. The creature is described as around 6 feet tall with grayish and brown fur. Its face is said to resemble that of a wolf and its ears are pointed. It reportedly has 3 long claws on each hand. It also is said to have shiny yellow eyes. Its body has been likened to that of a lean, muscular man. It also tends to sit back on its haunches or kneel like a man. The Beast of Bray Road can reportedly run and walk on all 4 of its legs or just its hind legs. It has been seen eating its prey or its scavenged carrion in its hands with its palms facing upward. It has never attacked anyone, but some witnesses claim that it has acted aggressively toward them. This aggressive behavior includes running at people and jumping on their vehicles. The creature's diet is not known for sure, but it has been seen eating the carcasses of small roadkill. Sightings of the Beast of Bray Road may go back as far as the 1930s. However, it wasn't sighted frequently or reported thoroughly until 1989 through 1992. Most of the sightings have occurred when one or more people stumbled upon or drove past the animal while it was eating or possibly hunting. Sightings of the animal have tapered off since the 90s, but the creature can supposedly still be seen in the woods of the area. Perhaps the Beast of Bray Road is some cousin of other cryptids in the United States. Alternatively, it could simply be an animal that has yet to be classified or captured, which would make it a true cryptid. It could also be a group of wild animals that has become so adjusted to human life that individuals feel comfortable approaching people and vehicles. It could also be that people are frightened enough to see more than what is really there. Whatever the Beast of Bray Road is or isn't, we will never know until one is captured or it is conclusively proven that the Beast of Bray Road is a case of mistaken identity, which would be difficult to do. The first reported encounter occurred in 1936 when a man named Mark Shackleman claimed he saw a talking half-wolf, half-man creature east of Jefferson, Wisconsin along Highway 18. He was driving down the road when he saw the beast digging in an old Indian mound. He described it as covered in hair, over 6 feet tall when standing upright, with a muzzled face and features of a canine and ape. He said the beast's hands were very strange, with a twisted thumb and only 3 fingers. Shackleman also described a stench that emanated from the beast, similar to decaying meat. He returned the following day to see if the creature was still there. It was, and this time it spoke a 3-syllable word that sounded like Gadara with the 2nd syllable emphasized. Dennis Foules had an encounter with the beast described by Shackleman, only this time in Harvard, Illinois. Around midnight, while driving home from his job at Admiral Television Corporation, Foules turned onto Highway 89, from Highway 14, when his headlights illuminated a strange creature running across the road. He described it as dark brown in color and possibly weighing around 400 to 500 pounds with a height of 7 or 8 feet. During the incident, the beast ran across the road and jumped a barbed wire fence before Foulis lost sight of it. A return to the location during the day presented little evidence except for the area where the beast pushed corn aside as it ducked into a field. In an interview with author J. Rath, Foulis stated that "I was awful scared that night. That was no man. It was all hairy from head to feet." A woman called police to report an attempted break-in. When interviewed by the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources during an investigation, the woman stated that the intruder was a large, unknown animal. It approached her home and tried to enter through a door. She also later reported the beast returned to her home and injured a farm animal, inflicting a deep wound that extended from one shoulder to the other. Her description matched that of the beast of Bray Road. The only evidence left behind was a footprint, which measured over 12 inches in length. A number of stories made by those claiming to have seen the beast of Bray Road dating as far back as 1989. These reports finally came to light after an incident involving Dory Stein Gibson in 1991. Until then, most were afraid to come forward due to public opinion and general disbelief. Around the time of Gibson's sighting, dairy farmer Scott Bray admitted to seeing a strange-looking dog in his pasture near Bray Road in September or October of 1989. He described the creature as larger and taller than a German Shepherd, with pointed ears, a hair-covered tail and gray and black fur. The beast seemed to be bulkier in the front, with a strong chest. He tried to follow the bizarre dog to a large pile of rocks, however he lost sight of it. Proof of the occurrence remained in the form of huge footprints. Russell Jest reported another sighting around the time of Scott Bray's reported sighting. He said he was about a block away from an overgrown area when he heard the brush being rustled, as if an animal was there. A beast appeared, standing on its hind legs. Jest stated that it took a couple of wobbly steps forward before he ran away. As he ran, Jest looked over his shoulder to see if he was being followed. He noted that the beast had gone down on all fours but was not chasing him. It eventually wandered towards Bray Road. Jest also described the beast as covered in black and gray fur and larger than a German Shepherd. He estimated its upright height as around 5 feet, with an oversized dog or wolf head, wide neck and shoulders. He believed it to be some kind of dog and wolf hybrid because its primary features were canine. On a fall evening in 1989, bar manager Lori Andrizzi was driving along Bray Road. As she rounded a bend, she saw what she initially perceived as a human being kneeled or hunched along the side of the road. She slowed down to take a look through the passenger side window. She was roughly 6 feet away from the figure and got a look at it for about 45 seconds. She described it as a beast with gray-brown fur, fangs and pointed ears. She said it had a long face with a snout like a wolf. She also stated that its eyes glowed yellow, even though her headlights were not reflecting on them at that point. Its arms were jointed like a human's and it seemed to hold its food with its palms up, which is unlike any local animal. The beast was muscular with human-esque fingers adorned in claws. Andrizzi could not see a tail, but its back legs were behind it, similar to a person who was kneeling. Heather Bowie, who was 11 years old at the time, claimed a similar incident to Gibson's 1999 sighting, this one occurring around Christmas of 1990. She had no idea that her story was similar to Gibson's until the two were discussing it on the school bus. Bowie's story was passed on by the bus driver, Pat Lester, who was also Lori Andrizzi's mother. Lester told Linda Godfrey what she had overheard and Bowie later elaborated when asked about the incident. Bowie's sighting occurred around 4:30 p.m. while she was on her way home from sled riding with friends. Near Loveland Road, which was about 1.5 miles southeast of the intersection of Hospital Road and Bray Road, they saw a large dog walking along a creek in a cornfield. Bowie estimated the creature was about a block away. Assuming it to be a dog, the children called it to them. Noticing its audience, the creature watched them, then stood up on its hind legs. It took 4 steps in their direction, although it appeared unaccustomed to walking on hind legs. It then dropped down onto all 4s and charged the children. Bowie claimed the creature was able to leap a bigger leap than dogs run. The group ran away. The beast followed them about halfway to Bowie's home, which was about 250 yards from where they spotted it, before veering away. Another dairy farmer, Mike Etten, made a report about a sighting that occurred in March of 1990. He admitted to having been drinking around the time of the incident, but claims he saw a dog-like beast that was much larger than a domesticated canine. He described it as sitting like a raccoon, using its front paws to hold on to something it was eating near the Bray Road, Hospital Road intersection. As he passed by, the beast looked at him with a thick, wide snout that Etten described as shorter than a dog's muzzle. Its legs were thick and it was covered in dark hair. Initially, Etten had dismissed the creature as a bear, but after hearing other similar reports in 1991, he began to wonder if that was accurate. On October 31, 18-year-old Dory Stein Gibson was driving on Bray Road near Delavan, Wisconsin. As her vehicle approached an intersection with Hospital Road, her right tire was jolted, as if it has lifted off the ground to roll over something large. She stopped and exited the car to see what had been hit. As she peered into the darkness, she noticed a large, hairy figure moving quickly towards her. Afraid, she jumped into her car and started it. As she pulled away, the beast leapt onto her trunk. The beast could not get a hold on the wet car exterior and slid off. She returned later that evening while trick-or-treating with another girl and saw a large form along the road. In January of 1992, just as the frenzy over the beast of Bray Road was fading, a local businessman, described as reputable, reported sparking lights seen in the sky above Delavan. He said they moved erratically. Later that spring, 4 or 5 horses were discovered in a pasture near Elkhorn with their throats slashed. Investigator John Fredrickson described the wounds as surgical. In 2002, Don Young, a hunting guide, reported seeing the werewolf 5 times. Described it as 7 feet tall with brown-black hair, human feet, and black eyes. In 2003, a young man saw a 6-foot-tall creature in a local cemetery with 1 foot perched on a gravestone. In 2004, Katie Zahn spotted creatures drinking water from a creek as a human would in Rock County. In 2006, a deer hunter saw a large monster, hunched over and bulky, with human-looking feet, capable of leaping 12 feet in only 2 or 3 steps. In 2010, a man named Nick Hoffman had a late-night encounter with a beast fitting the classic description as it stood in the road glaring at his car. Heather Bowie was driving just after midnight in 2011 when she saw a large fur-covered creature running in the field along Bray Road. It ran with a graceful lope unlike any known animal. In 2015, Sue Chloes reported seeing a wolf-like beast standing upright near her home that gave her an evil feeling as she viewed it across a field. And scattered sightings and reports continue to trickle in, suggesting the mysterious canine is still active in the secluded backwoods surrounding Bray Road. Some who have witnessed the creature describe an eerie silence prior to their encounter. Animals such as crickets go completely quiet, as if aware of a predator's presence. This unearthly silence seems to precede a sighting of the beast. Witnesses also commonly report a terrible, far-reaching musky odor resembling the smell of decaying meat that lingers even after the creature has departed. Some have reported hearing strange noises prior to sightings, including low growls, grunts, and nightmarish howls. Based on eyewitness accounts, the beast of Bray Road is described as being 6 to 7 feet tall when standing upright. It has a heavy muscular build with powerful-looking shoulders and hindquarters. The body is covered in shaggy hair that is typically gray, brown, or black in color. The creature walks on two legs with an awkward, loping gait, and is capable of dropping down on all fours. When running, witnesses describe it bounding or leaping with terrifying speed and animal grace. The head appears wolf-like or dog-like, with pointed ears and a long snout or muzzle. Many report seeing yellowish eyes that seem to glow in the darkness. The eyes are said to have a hypnotic, penetrating quality. Some accounts mention long claws or talons on its hands and feet. The creature gives off a distinctly predatory vibe, with those who encounter it overwhelmed by a feeling of evil or malevolence. Explanations for the creature's identity have run the gamut from paranormal to prosaic. Some believe it is a werewolf, demon beast, or dogman, a cryptid reportedly seen across North America. Others suggest it could be a relic population of Ice Age predators like the dire wolf that was thought extinct. More skeptical hypotheses propose misidentified animals like bears, feral dogs, or escaped exotic pets. But whatever its origin, over 3 decades of persistent sightings have cemented the beast of Bray Road as one of Wisconsin's most legendary and enduring monsters. Those who believe the beast is real propose a number of explanations. Given the similarity to dogman and werewolf reports, some cryptozoologists think the creature could represent an undiscovered species of upright canine inhabiting the primeval forests of North America. Mainstream zoologists remain unconvinced of its existence and believe eyewitnesses are simply misidentifying known animals. Some paranormal theorists even consider the beast of Bray Road to be a supernatural entity rather than a creature of flesh and blood. After decades of roaming the area, the exact nature and origin of the beast of Bray Road remains an enigma. Skeptics dismiss the sightings as misidentified wildlife or hoaxes. Yet for those who have glimpsed the creature up close, there is little doubt something strange and unknown to science still stalks the forests and lonely backroads around Elkhorn. With its imposing, hairy physique, vaguely canine features, and elusive behavior, the Bray Road beast has cemented its legacy as one of Wisconsin's most iconic and enduring local monsters. It remains a legend deeply rooted in rural folklore and a reminder that mysteries still lurk in the wildernesses just beyond our city limits.